Hey guys, welcome back to Dislyte. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the fusion, the Gabrielle fusion. She's one of the best heroes in the game, in my opinion, and she's definitely worth fusing. However, I don't think you want to fuse her straight away, and I think a lot of people might be wasting a fair amount of stamina trying to fuse her too early. So I wanted to talk about where I reckon you should be at in the game before you start looking at this fusion. And then I wanted to go through Gabrielle herself because she's an absolute beast and she completely changes the game when you do get her. So let's take a look at the fusions. The first thing that I want to mention actually is, because I came from Summoner's War years ago, and this works different to that fusion. If you've never played Summoner's War, don't worry. I'm going to explain everything here. So for this fusion, you're going to need a Fabrice. Now to get him, you're going to have to fuse him here. And to fuse him here, you're going to have a bestowed at Ascension Phase 4, and also one of each of the main 3 elements at Ascension Level 4. Now for these, do not use, along the whole way of the fusion, do not use natural 4 stars. Use some of the 3-star characters and get them up there and then feed them away. You don't want to get rid of your natural 4 stars. The only natural 4 star that you do want to get rid of is the Fabrice, because you have to do it here. Now, the other thing is, in these, when this one says Ascension Phase 5 and the Fabrice fusion says you need Ascension Phase 4, that means Ascension Phase. This, I almost got caught out on this. Ascension Phase, not star. So, for instance, if we go down here and we just pick a fodder unit down here somewhere, for instance, here we go. So let's go to growth and we go to Ascension. Now, Ascension Phase 4, which is what you need for the Fabrice, you can reach Ascension Phase 4 with a level 30 character, which 3-star can reach level 30. So for the Fabrice one, you basically need the 3 elements of level 30 characters, but you've got to actually get this Ascension. So you've got to farm a bunch of these waves. Now, so this is where the grind comes into it. It's not just leveling characters and starring them up. It's farming the waves to get their ascension levels up. And then when we look at doing the Gabrielle fusion, we need them to ascension level 5, which is going to require level 40. And to get to level 40, you have to be 4-star. So you're going to have to star these guys up to 4-star and then get even more of these waves to go ahead and ascend them to that level 5. So what I want to say is, what I recommend, now you can ignore me if you want, but when we look at the Sonic Miracles, you're going to need some of the gold waves, and it says that they start dropping from 6. From my experience and the amount of complaining I've seen from other people, these do not drop very often. I did about 40 runs on level 6 and got 3 of these. So these are very rare. I would recommend working on the fusion once you can farm level 7 of the Sonic Miracles. This is where it becomes more efficient. You get much more drops of these. On level 7, I found every 10 runs I was getting about 3. The odd time I was getting 4 or 5. The odd time I was getting 2. But it's much more efficient, because otherwise, if you're trying to farm 6, you'll be getting a lot of the purple ones, and then you'll be having to fuse them up into the gold ones, and then you're going to have to farm more purple ones, and it becomes that you're going to use so much energy just getting these things together, that's going to go to waste that you could be using for other things. So my recommendation would be level units up, 6-star your damage dealer, maybe farm a couple relics if you can farm, Chrono 7, do a few runs of there, see if you can get some 5 stars to upgrade your current gear, stuff like that. Just upgrade your team until you can do level 7. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a lot of stamina farming the purples and upgrading the purples, which is not fun for anyone. So that would be my recommendation. Like I said, Gabrielle is an absolute beast, but it's way too much to farm at 6, in my opinion. But feel free to ignore me and go there if you want. Completely up to you. It would drive me nuts trying to do that. But that is what it is. And you don't have to worry about the shimmer one. Obviously, you just have to do the other 3 elements. And you're obviously going to have to pay attention to the day so you can get in on that miracle and farm it as well. But that is my tip. Wait till you can do Sonic Miracle level 7s before you start farming for the fusion. Now, let's take a look at Gabrielle herself. So she's arguably probably one of the best supports in the game. Definitely one of the best free-to-play units in the game. when we look at her skills, so this skill here is a team-wide immunity and defense up. Now the immunity comes at Ascension Phase 3, so make sure you get that, obviously. And then we also do an AoE attack that does attack down on the whole enemy team. And this skill's up to a 4-turn cooldown, which is not too bad. Then we have this one here, which is an AoE defense break on a 3-turn cooldown when you skill it up, which also isn't too bad. Skill 1 leaves a bit to be desired. It deals damage based on speed, which you're going to make it really fast, but still not huge damage. I would much prefer this having a debuff, but her kit is that good without this ability, so it's fine. Also, she has the HP lead. Now, later on in the game, when you've got better relics and all that stuff, the HP lead isn't going to matter as much, but when you first get her and you're trying to make your first, say, Chronos 10 team and stuff like that, your relics won't be the best, which means you're going to want that extra HP to help your units to survive. Once you get better relics, they'll have higher HP and defense naturally through better relics, and then they will survive better, and then you can switch to attack to try and speed up your runs. But in the initial phases, this HP lead is absolutely vital. Now, Ascension, make sure you get her all the way to 6. I'm still working on mine. I ran out of energy on the day to farm this, so I'm waiting for tomorrow to be able to farm it. But we get accuracy here, which is huge for making her land those debuffs, and then we get 10 speed, and she's already got a really fast base speed of 106, so this brings her to 116 base speed, which is incredibly strong. So definitely worth doing all that. As for skill ups, I would highly recommend skilling her up. If you get lucky like I did and you max out these 2 skills before you max out this one, then I wouldn't bother maxing out this one. The damage from this doesn't matter. Ideally, you get this one maxed out, and have 0 skill ups into this one so you can save those skill ups. However, it's completely random, which kind of sucks, and you've just got to deal with the way RNG treats you. So that would be my recommendation, is to skill her up. Now, some people may have another 5-star that they've skilled up. I would definitely skill her up over Li Ling or Wukong if you pulled one of those 2 in your beginner banner. She is more important to use those 5-star skill ups over them. You just really want these cooldown reductions on her. So that's the most important thing. Now, where is she good? She's good in pretty much every aspect of the game. Early on, when you're fighting low-ranked arena teams, you want to build her really fast. Actually, we'll go through relics first. So relics, I like to put speed on this one, and then these 2, HP or defense. Now, I've got flat HP because it's all I had. Ideally, you'll want HP with defense or HP percent or defense percent on these 2, and you really just want to stack speed, accuracy, HP, and defense. Those are the main stats you're looking at for her. You want it to be really quick so she can cycle through abilities, keep that attack break on the enemy, keep the defense break on the enemy, and also keep cycling through the defense and immunity on your own team. So the faster the better, in my opinion, and the tankier the better. She doesn't care about damage. But where she's useful, like I said, Chronos, basically every dungeon in the game, every game mode in the game, she is amazing. She is absolutely crazy good for moving into tower. If you're stuck on tower and you get her with a fair bit of speed that she outpaces your enemies, you can throw her in first. Let's just jump into a quick battle here. It'll probably be on auto, so I'll take it off quickly. If you have her fast enough that she can buff your team, and then if the rest of your team's a bit slow, it doesn't really matter. So here, we'll go like this. We'll buff our team and get the attack down, which is really nice. We'll just use a basic attack here. We'll use our AoE here. But now, no matter what the enemy team does, obviously some enemies do remove buffs, so that's going to be an issue for us. But besides that, we can just, let them do what they want. Any debuffs we avoid, all that good stuff, and then we're set to go. And then when you're playing through things like the tower, what you essentially want to do is wait until, let's try and nuke this guy because he's really annoying because he reduces my HP ceiling. So now we'll go into AoE, we'll get those debuffs, those defense debuffs on. I just said that really funny, but the defense breaks. So let's go here. So we're going to lose one here. Dude, they're just really focusing her down. They focused her down like a beast, but you get the idea. I'm starting to struggle here, but let's go you, maybe you. Let's get your speed buff off. See if we can kill. I just want to show you. So I didn't target him. I was supposed to target him. No, but you get the idea. What you ideally want to do, and I'm just getting shredded now because I don't have the stats, and these guys hit truckloads of damage. You can repeat these stages for like RNG, and eventually you'll get it. But what you ideally want to do is once you get into this wave, you've used all those buffs. Once you get down to like 2 or 3 enemies here, then you just want to start using as many basic attacks, maybe topping up with heals, and you want to keep her third skill in reserve for the start of the next wave is the ideal way to play it. I'm checking here because once again, I'm looking for these ripple dungeons. It is such a bad system, the ripple dungeons, but you know, we will get there. But anyway, that pretty much covers it. That is Gabrielle, absolute beast. But like I said, maybe hold out until you can farm level 7 of the ripple dungeons before you start going for the fusion. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.